Last time on Dice at Dawn, South Side of the Sky, our heroes had made contact with the Combine Wizard Hadalax, who announced that some of his tomes regarding the summoning of demons had been stolen shortly before the demon attack. They began to investigate the area and found some survivors from town who believed they were being haunted by the flaming spirit of their slain daughter. The keepers now investigate further.
You ever seen, like, a kid build, like, kind of like a teepee out of sticks?
Yeah.
Alright.
Or, like, a little fort?
Or it's tense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You ever do that as a kid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, you see one of those, and it's kind of, like, gently glowing from the inside. And you hear, crying.
Oh no, guys.
This is so sad. Can I cast a spell magic right now?
Wait, could you?
Give it a shot.
I
Or
think you can. I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when you cast a spell magic, the glow kind of goes away, and it takes a while before the sobbing kind of stops, and she notices that she's, like, there's kind of like a, huh? Sound, like, in between the sobs.
Are you okay?
Yeah, this figure, this little girl who,
Do they not need to make a roll?
no, it's a feature, and it's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll.
Okay.
And this little girl steps out with kind of an uncanny resemblance to Reese, but very skinny and maybe 9 to 11. Kind of appears and says, "Don't come any closer.
I'm not here to hurt you, and
You better fucking not be."
I'm gonna make a
I'm not.
Is the
I'm
kid
gonna
swearing?
make a stealth check if that's alright.
Are you trying to, like, slink off?
I'm gonna slink off and disappear from this girl's sight. It's snowing, there's
Yeah,
light foliage.
Yeah,
I can do this.
Make a stealth check.
Alright, 27.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of wordlessly, as her attention is on Bethe, you kind of slip behind a tree and into some foliage, and you're pretty sure you were not seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna rotate around to behind her, and I'm just gonna be in position.
Fucking scram! That's what she says. Get out of here! And she, like,
Wait,
picks up a snowball and, like, throws it at you, Bethe. What's your AC?
It's 18.
Yeah, that's a miss. It just kind of goes over your head.
Oh.
Hey, wait. I just want to ask some questions. You were on fire just now, right? I fixed that. And I just want to know what is happening. We're here to help.
She kind of, like, she starts to look like she's... Embers start to gather around her as little wisps of flame begin to collect around her shoulders.
Do I see
she-
this?
Yeah. But she takes in a really, really deep breath and then lets out, like, this really ragged one, like...
What's happening? You seem like you're in pain.
Yeah, she, like, wipes, like, the snot from her nose. "I'm fine," she says.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're fine. I mean, you were just a flaming butterfly, and I know your parents miss you very much.
I can't...
And I just want to help you get home.
Whenever I
You can't
get
what?
near them, I start to... And, like, that flame begins to gather around her again. I just wanted to keep them safe. That's all.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
I think you
of
did.
course. There's been a lot of bad things happening, and you must be really scared. Do you know what started this?
Slowly, she kind of like nods.
What happened?
She points at in the direction of Hadalax's tower.
Oh boy.
Was it a golden dragonborn?
Hadalax, I saw lightning coming from his tower. I thought maybe something bad was happening, and something bad happened.
Do you remember anything besides the lightning?
Who are you?
Oh right.
She realizes she hasn't asked
sorry.
that yet.
Oh my bad.
She's also clearly very emotional at the moment.
Yes. Buffet offers a hand and says, "My name's Buffet. I'm from the Crescent Keep Combine. We track down rogue mages in the sort and make sure that they aren't casting harmful magic."
She begins to like go for your hand, and then she like crosses her arms, like she's putting up like this kind of punk kid front. And she says, "I'm not a tattletale or anything."
No snitching.
Listen,
I get it.
I'm just trying to help. I want to make sure you can get back to your...
You can, Bethe can see, Auditor, not but like 10 feet behind this girl. And he's got his fingers up into 3. He is giving you 3 chances. And he drops it down to 2 after that.
Jesus. So... It's my job to deal with situations like this. I just want to help. It's really all I'm here for. Can I, like, roll a persuasion or something?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check, actually.
That is a 19.
19. Yeah, she kind of like lets her guard down a little bit, and she says, it's hard to explain, but I think the demons were coming from his tower, or from around it. Soon after it happened, I've seen him one time. Some of the villagers had a problem with him, and I tried to help. He taught me a little bit of magic, and then I've been hiding it from my family, and she starts to like tear up again. And then this happened. When the demons started to turn on him, I went inside and I found some books. I hope that maybe I could find something that would stop this. She like looks at around at all of you. Can I trust you?
Yeah.
Yes. We're just here to help. I just want to help you.
I summon the prince, and then she shoots out 2 gouts of eldritch blasts that collide into a nearby tree, and it kind of like creaks under the attack and starts to like lean a little bit. And then I killed a bunch of the monsters, and then I kept Mama safe, but it didn't. And she starts to like tear up again, and that flame begins to gather, and she like kind of chokes down a sob.
Where are the books? And what is this prince that you talked about?
You can meet him if you want. You have to do the ritual. But...
do we have... Do you have the books still?
She, like, nods and then gestures you to follow her. And almost bumps into Auditor.
Evening.
How many fingers do you have up, Auditor?
2.
Oh.
2? Okay. And she, like, kind of shoots you a glower. And then...
Oh,
like,
what's that nasty look for? Did you not know I was behind you?
Please.
If you don't behave yourself, I'm not going to show you fucking anything.
That's very cute.
How old is this girl?
Don't call me cute!
Don't you
that
worry.
flame starts to gather a little bit. And then she, like, turns around and says, come on!
Keep it cool. Keep it
Huh?
chill.
Why am I the one being told to keep it cool? Child, we ought to have a
told you.
conversation later.
And,
I'm not... What the fuck do you mean, no? You guys kill warlocks professionally. I'm the only one who could actually help
There's
her.
this kind of, like, actually, now that, like, Auditor says that, you guys start thinking back to the last, warlock case that you had at the last mission. That warlock was executed.
Yes.
It was not pretty. Like, you arrested him, but he was executed.
So I'm just going to say, I kind of lean in towards the others as I whisper this. I am going to take the child from henceforth before the Combine decides to execute her.
Whatever happens, I just don't know.
Then stay the fuck out of my way.
All right, with that history check from earlier, that doesn't add up to you, John.
Oh.
The esoterics are very violent. And have been for some time. They're also a little archaic. Especially when it comes to specifically demons and devils.
Oh gosh.
They still don't even allow tieflings in their ranks.
Huh.
So, what they just said was a little fishy. But yeah, she leads you to this, like, it seems to be kind of like this old shed. Its walls are made of stone, and the, like, roof is made out of, like, mud and straw, which is very, very old. And she kind of leads you into, like, this very narrow space, and you can still see some of the chalk etchings from before, and a big thick tome of it's not marked, but it's pretty clearly a grimoire.
Yeah. Can I take this, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You want to talk to the prince, don't you?
I suppose. She picks up the book and kind of looks at both covers. If I open this thing, will something bad happen?
Yes,
immediately?
most definitely.
No.
Okay.
Like, it's a tome. I mean, you see nothing that would tell you that it's any different from any spellbook.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like leaf through it real quick. Just
It is various, and I'm telling you this without like asking you to roll me an Arcana check because this is your job. This is what you do. You're a professional.
yes.
Yeah, this is a bunch of. It is a series of instruction manuals on safe demon summoning.
Okay.
And
Do I see anything? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to tell you that the little girl has begun to kind of complete the rest of the chalk circle to like kind of freshen it up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You never asked her her name, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I just realized I never asked. What's your name?
It's Follette.
Follette?
And she just goes back to drawing with the chalk.
I like that name. So, can you tell me more about this prince? And she tucks the book in her bag.
Well, actually, as you're looking through it, do you want to try and like match?
Oh wait,
what she's
yeah,
looking up?
yeah. I was.
Yeah, I figured that you were about to say
I
that,
was gonna
'cause
ask that. Yeah,
We're so in
I
sync right
forgot.
now.
Oh my god.
Give me. I guess this would just be like a straight intelligence check. You're just trying to match it.
Okay. We roll for them. Oh, and that's 20.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you kind of flip to exactly the right page, and she is summoning Prince Razmal, who is one of the most powerful archdemons in Abaddon. Or not
Wow.
Abaddon, sorry. Tartarus.
Really?
He's not a demon, he is a devil.
You are really swinging above your weight there, girl.
She, like, ignores it. No, she
have a
flips you off,
question.
actually.
I have a question for you. This is directed at the child. I forgot her name
Follette.
already.
Follette.
Follette, okay. Follette, I have a question for you.
What?
What gave you the idea to summon the prince?
I don't know. It was a powerful spell, so I thought it seemed to be the most powerful spell in there. So
It is
she just kind
very
of shrugs, and she has finished the chalk circle. She kind of like wipes her hands. You do notice like Prince Razmal doesn't. He's one, not easy to summon. Two, he doesn't usually deal with summons himself. So this girl would either have to be an extremely powerful mage, or very important.
Okay.
And I would know this as well, correct?
Yes, you would also know this.
This is a very powerful spell. I'm surprised you could even cast it. I don't think I can even do something like this.
She like just shrugs.
How did you do it?
I just followed the instructions.
I guess that makes sense.
That makes you a protege, girl.
Do you think
I don't even
Wait,
know what that
fuck.
means, but don't fucking call me it.
It's Elvish.
it just
Yeah, you beat me, asshole.
I meant to say,
it means
fuck, I don't mean to say protege. What's the word I'm looking for?
Prodigy.
Prodigy, yes, thank you.
I think that with your kind of experience, yeah.
do you think we need to summon him now?
If you want to talk to him, then
We should be very
What we-
careful about this and know exactly what questions we want to ask.
I was just about to say, I think maybe we should plan a little on what the move is
Yes.
before we continue. If that's okay with you.
Perhaps you could all plan
she
your
just kind of
question.
shrugs.
And Filet, yes? Filet?
Let.
Filet.
Let.
Filet. Filet. I
She kind of like narrows her eyes at you.
I kind of roll my fingers as I kind of look almost a little uncomfortable, a little nervous, vulnerable even. I was hoping to have a conversation with you if that's all right. I look towards the others while you guys figure out which questions you want to ask.
Buffet makes a "you better not harm this child" face.
How would
I
you
know
do
the tour.
that?
Please,
I
that was
think-
5 minutes ago. I'm over that.
I think I think she just kind of shrugs, like she doesn't care, but she kind of like wants to know like what this guy like wants to tell her. And she just shows Bethe how to like complete the spell, and she says, "I'm gonna go on my patrol.
All right, I
You
kind of
want
stand.
to come? I won't stop you."
They look mildly bemused by this proposal and stand to their feet. I'll be back soon.
Right. Good to know. You two. Gesturing to
Colette, Mr. Auditor.
No, Carl and Phil. Let's think about what we want to do.
I didn't realize their names were Carl and Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Connor yells at me for naming my character Benry, but you guys get to be Carl and Phil.
I
Yeah.
told you, just
Fucking
add some
bullshit.
I
fantasy
mean, they are
stuff
short
at the end.
for things.
Yeah.
So that's a secret.
They're short for
It's
things.
Carlass.
I mean, look,
Short for Carl.
Don't say anything, Connor.
normal names are relatively fine in Azerite. Name your character Tiffany, whatever. In Nereon, it's more of a problem.
Okay.
Bill.
In Azerites,
Phil. Yeah.
whatever. All right. So, yeah, Follette kind of, she like steps out of the shed and the fire begins to gather around her, and she slowly like floats up to her feet, and the snow around her quickly begins to melt.
That's a very interesting
yeah,
trick you.
Fucking hurts to even stand close to her. But, go ahead.
Listen, I have experience with this sort of thing. That's a very neat trick you have there, but have you ever considered that you're very, very easy to track when you do such a thing in a cold environment?
She kind of actually like looks a little bit surprised, like she didn't think about that, but she doesn't say it.
Yes.
She's
it's
very
how we-
easy to read because she is like 9 or 11.
Yeah.
She's like 9 and she's swearing.
She's like 10.
I clear my throat. You're very noble to continue protecting your family.
She kind of goes forward, letting you kind of follow behind her.
To cut to the chase, work for an organization that would be able to protect you, more importantly. Once we handle the business here with the demons and with the summoning and opening of portals, you won't need to protect them anymore. But of course, your life will forever now be in danger.
What organization?
All in due time. I only say this because while my allies in the Combine are friendly enough, if you stay here in the woods, more Combine will come, and they might not be so nice because Combine kill warlocks. That is their purpose at the end of the day.
And esoterics kill demons.
Are you a demon? Your mother might say you're one, but I don't think so.
Yeah, you kind of see like emotion hit her face really hard.
You're not welcome here, and the
You just kind of
Combine...
touched a vein.
You're not welcome here, and the Combine will kill you if you stay, and I know somewhere you can be where you'll be protected, and you'll learn something. Control.
You're not really an esoteric monk, are you?
Oh, please. You can't tell me that the 9-year-old figured it out before the Combine did. Yes, I am not an esoteric monk.
She kind of has, like, kind of the smile of somebody who just figured something out. I knew it.
You're very clever. A prodigy, like I said. I could bring you somewhere where you'll be amongst like-minded people. People who have also been abandoned by their family and by society. Shunted. Shamed.
You're part of the circle, aren't you?
Yes. You could say that.
Now she looks kind of a little afraid of you.
I give a
I don't
very...
really like the prince.
No, I don't think you have to like your patron, of course. Most warlocks don't. It's a trustless exchange is what I like to think of it as. You don't have to trust your patron doesn't have to trust you, but both of you have something to gain in working together. You need not bend the knee, you just need the promise of reward. It's a bit mercenary, I suppose, but I think it's a bit more freeing than service as a cleric or a wizard, even a bard. In all those practices, you spend all your time honing and perfecting yourself without any promise of reward. Warlockhood is the only path that promises reward. The rest, it is not a guarantee.
I think she just kind of listens to you for a while and then just like puts her hands in her head on her face and kind of like ruffles her own hair, despite the fact that it's flame at the moment, and yeah, she's kind of upset at this whole thing.
I know that perhaps this isn't what you imagined you were going to do, or become, or pursue, but warlockhood also tends to be a bit accidental. 9 times out of 10, you could say. And I just want to let you know, assure you, that you need not die for trying to protect those you love. That was honorable, noble, beautiful thing to do. And there are so many people in this world who will have you hung for it. And I have a vested interest in not seeing that happen.
She kind of... the flames kind of die, and then she just kind of falls to her feet.
I kind of crouch
And
down next to her.
She, like, crosses her arms. When I was little, I wanted to be an iridescent knight. Isn't that silly? I'm not a red elf. And Kalior doesn't even exist anymore. But I heard the stories. And she, like, wipes tears from her eyes. I'll think about it.
Please do. If you were to die, I think that would be perhaps even worse if... I think that'd be about as tragic as whatever happened to the Iridescent Knights.
Let's go back.
Very well. And I hop to my feet. I still got my hands in my sleeves as I kind of have... My very plain smile has now got a fucking different energy to it entirely.
What is that energy?
Oh, I'm a motherfucker is what I am. Nobody else can really see it unless you know what I am, but she does. So I'm probably a little scary still.
Alright, so let's hop back to the the combine in the shed
No.
for an hour.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Why?
So yeah, what are
Out
you
of
guys doing?
character. Out of character, I don't know what to do. I got us here. I don't know what to do
Okay.
next.
Yeah, I get it.
I feel like summoning the prince will be very bad if we do that.
Reading the description of the spell, you haven't really ever seen a tighter demon summoning or fiend summoning circle. Like, this is a case where Rasmon probably wouldn't be able to touch you without like your consent, if that makes sense.
Oh, so we'll just be like, hey, what's up? This is a funny little phone call.
Yeah, this is more of a phone call.
Okay,
in fact, with
okay.
demons
I
in general,
thought
like,
it was like...
it doesn't just summon a demon. It more like kind of calls to a demon.
Okay, I thought it was like bring him here.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And then we get we all die, all of us.
That'd be bad.
So is this demon summoning something?
Yeah, it's more of a demon call.
Is this demon summoning something that's like kind of against general Crescent Keep Combine like standards?
Technically, no, not really. It
Like if anyone found out, not that they would.
Only certain people are allowed to do this. Only certain people are allowed to do something like that. And I mean, yeah, you part of what the Crescent Keep Combine does, and this is partially for our readers, is regulate who is allowed to do what kind of magic. In order to do magic at all, you need a magic license. To do something big like this, you usually need some kind of researching license or permission from the Combine. However, in this case, you guys are keepers looking for information. This is sort of... you wouldn't get in trouble if you did this.
All right.
Yeah, we would have to explain ourselves in the very least, but it won't be like a you're fired, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna get in trouble with my boss, then I'm willing to do it.
So we have to figure out what to say to this guy.
Right.
And I'm honestly not sure what to say. I would like this child to be able to be a normal child. I don't know how to get that.
This is a devil,
We just ask
right?
him to go away.
Yeah, this is a devil, not a demon. What you guys have been fighting for now has been demons.
That's right.
Okay.
You guys would know this. I keep dumping exposition. I mean to, but
Lay it on me.
Demons, devils, very different creatures. Politically, not necessarily like biologically. So, you guys actually want to know like what makes a demon, and what makes a devil?
You know what? Yeah.
I
yeah.
guess so.
Spell it out.
Sure.
All demons used to be devils, sort of.
Okay.
On the plains of Tartarus, there was a creature called Abaddon. Abaddon began eating everything. Everything. Eventually, Abaddon became so humongous, so large, it was thrust off of Tartarus, and people began fighting it. At one point, the devils and Telunar's angels banded together to defeat Abaddon. Abaddon's brain was basically killed, but the body sort of remained active. So Abaddon is dead and alive at the same time, and all of the little creatures that Abaddon ate became demons.
Okay, so wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Does that mean that the ones that were summoned don't have much to do with this prince guy?
Yeah, they have nothing to do with this prince guy. They are
Curious.
diametrically opposed. Many demons hate the devils because once upon a time they banded together with angels, which are kind of their other sworn enemy. So for the last, like, all of recorded history, they've been fighting each other.
Okay.
That's the religion. And that is basically stuff that the Combine learned from the esoterics. And the esoterics learned it from ancient Amun like texts. Stuff that predates the Amun, which were the majority civilization when the world was whole. Yes. I hope that wasn't too much exposition for our readers.
It was for me, and I'm gonna fucking cry.
I'm sure they'll let us
I
know.
will say it's a bit hard to read a podcast.
Oh yeah, so we don't
I
have
was
a lot
about
of
to
readers.
say.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we had any readers, actually. It's very impressive.
Maybe you should make a world anvil.
I have my notes. I'm satisfied.
I'm going to unsatisfy you with my hands around your throat.
All right, so what do you want to talk to Rasmal about?
I think I'm just gonna be like, hey, this person as a kid, is there anything we can do to have you let them be normal again?
Yeah.
That's my plan.
It's not bad.
If any of you guys have anything to say, please say it, because I am saying words.
I think
and forgetting them the second they
I know
leave
I'm not.
my
I
mouth.
know I'm not there, but I should say that we should ask about the Dragonborn guy and his involvement in this because Razzie might know.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good plan. That is a good plan.
I'm still helpful.
Something that demons and shit are summoned to this plane to do is mostly information.
Okay, yeah.
Because demons and devils have a way of knowing things.
They got big old brains with lots of stuff stored in
And they're
there.
wrinkly.
They do.
And they make a xylophone noise when you scrunch them.
Ooh,
It's true.
Scrunch them.
how whimsical.
Okay, so how do I finish this ritual? This summoning ritual.
There's
The chalk circle is drawn.
some magic words you gotta say. You gotta burn some incense. You do it. You do it.
I'm doing it. I am doing
You've done it.
All right. So, it's starting to get dark by now. So you guys have lit some candles, and as you sit down and you start to do the incantation.
Yes.
You probably speak a little bit of Abyssal, and most of it is in Abyssal. It's long. It's a little bit scary because this Prince Rasmal character is very glorified in his own kind of cult-ish. Doesn't exactly have a cult. It's more of a kind of cult personality than like what we would consider a cult.
Yes. Not an organized cult.
Yeah, they're not. Demons and devils aren't worshipped in Azuray the same way they are in other D&D settings. It's more of a cult of personality.
Makes sense.
But he's definitely glorified in his domain.
Yes.
The lights dim really hard. Like the candles are burning the same way that they have always burned. But the light itself seems to get eaten away before the light gets harsh. And this pillar of fire begins to rise out from the summoning circle.
Buffet kind of jumps a little bit and is like, "Ooh!"
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's slow though. Like the flames are calm, smooth, and like it is a little scary. It's not really moving exactly the way that you would expect flame to move, and it starts to form a head out of the pillar. This very handsome face, in a robe, like a cloak that has been wrapped all around him, and then these two pitch black eyes open in the middle of the handsome face.
Oof.
And he says, "Ah, back to this plane so soon. I wasn't expecting it."
Hello, Prince. Buffet kind of has a little curtsy.
How you doing?
As like a sign of respect. It's like, we have a few questions if you would.
Well, I first think that introductions are in order.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I'm a little scattered. It's been a
I
long day.
am known by many names. The Prince of Fire, the Weeper of Ash, Amanakath, Shadowcaster,
Razzie.
Deluge of Flame, the Savior in Light, and amongst my personal favorites, the Gorgeous Flame.
Razzie.
But you, my dear keepers, may call me Prince Rasmal. How do you do? And he kind of mimics your curtsy.
My name's Buffet, and this is
Hey.
Fildar and Carlos. We work with the Crescent Keep Combine and trying to help. So,
Of course.
we could use your help with that.
Well, I will tell you something that you should likely know at your age, keepers. Nothing in this world comes free. That's as true of Azray as it is of Tartarus.
Of course.
Right, he just has this kind of like pleasant smile to him.
We recently a young child named Follette summoned you, and has come into some power. I assume she is a warlock.
That is true. She is now under my domain. She's a very interesting thing, isn't she? Very
She is.
talented.
She is. I was wondering, what are the terms of patronage? I know she was just trying to protect her family, and I think maybe it would be good to return her life to normal after this whole situation. I don't know if she's old
My
enough to know.
terms with
what-
Follette are the same as they are with anyone. I grant her power. She is now mine.
Is there any way to reverse this? I just don't think she is old enough to understand the kind of contract she's made, and I think she deserves a chance at just being a normal kid.
If she was mature enough and powerful enough to summon me, I don't see why she can't be allowed to make her own decisions. She's a human being after all.
I know, but she is still a child. It's a complicated time. And
My dear keeper.
it's hard to know the gravity of the situations you're making.
My dear keeper. Again, nothing in this life comes free. If you want me to do something, you must offer something in return. Would you like to take her place?
I don't know. I kind of look back at my party members, obviously conflicted about what to do because, my whole job is to, hunt down rogue warlocks and such, but also, it's within my morals that I don't want this kid to have to deal with all this. Is there anything else you might want? I don't know.
Any trade, any exchange must be equal. It wouldn't be fair otherwise.
Of course.
It's gotta be something you like. Gold, shiny things, info, artifacts.
I might need time, if that's okay, to make this decision. I think I might talk to Follette about it first. Even though I think it would be good for her to be free from this, I think that her awareness of the situation at hand is important.
I understand it's a very weighty decision on your hands, Keeper. I wouldn't want to be in your place with the kind of morals that you mortals have. Take your time.
Everything is complicated. Thank you for your patience. I do have one more question, if that's all right with you.
Ask away.
What was the guy's name again? I'm sorry, I need to start writing this
That's
down. The Adelax, yes.
With a name like that, how the fuck could you remember? Holy
Halifax.
crap.
I've been saying Halifax in my head.
Halifax.
Halifax!
That's Halifax, bro.
Halifax.
Do you...
Pretty.
Do you know, he's a wizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know a wizard by the name of Adelax?
Anything that I give you, Keeper, must come at an exchange. If you want information, you must give me information.
I don't know what you want.
Okay, you see him close his eyes. Then he looks back at you with those black as tar eyes. What are your proficiencies, Morty?
Oh, bro, you don't know?
I am proficient. I'm proficient in athletics, history, insight, perception. I'm proficient in simple weapons, light and medium armor, shields, navigators, tools, water
what were
vehicles,
just the
hand,
skills?
flute,
What were
and
just the skills?
Just the skills? Okay. Perception, insight, history, athletics, wisdom, and charisma. For saving throws, wisdom and charisma.
How about, in exchange for your considerable knowledge of history, I will give you everything that I know about Hadalax.
I suppose that's a fair trade.
He sort of reaches his hand out at you. As if, like, waiting for you to put something in his hand.
I'm not sure how to give it to you.
Put your hand in mine, Keeper.
Okay. And she puts her cloven hand in.
Oh, they're holding hands. Oh.
It's warmer than flesh, but not so hot as to burn. And it's very gentle how the flames kind of lap at your hand. What is not gentle is the information being ripped out of your mind. It's not a pain so much as a feeling of a worm digging in from your scalp down your brainstem. And this sudden change in who you are as a person, like you feel it, as memories of history classes and favorite professors, of books that you read, of experiences, even experiences of your friend Fildar, are removed from your life.
Oh,
Bastard.
that's so sad.
I hate it here.
Not he doesn't take everything out of your
Yeah, no, I
relationship
know.
with Fildar, but considerable portions of it,
Fuck you.
because you guys met in a history class.
Oh,
Shit.
that's so sad.
That's so sad.
The history of your own people, of the satyrs, is removed from your brain.
Oh my god.
The stories that your grandmother used to tell you is gone, and you are a lesser person after this. You no longer have proficiency in history.
This is so sad.
Took her brain cells, you bastard.
My
I was using
poor
those.
brain
And eventually,
delicious brain cells.
after that is over, leaving you only with an incredible feeling of loss, he tucks his hand back underneath his robe. Hadalax is a wizard of considerable power. His conjuration is incredible. He is lusty for more power, though. His goal of making us in obsolete is, well, to be honest, a bit of a foolish gesture, foolish venture, but it is how the man decides to spend his life. And he thought it right to, and I understand why he would think this, he decided to watch as demons laid waste to the village of Mountainfoot. The evidence that you need exists within his tower. However, I can also tell you that he may not face any consequences of your actions.
What?
Did he summon the demons, or did he
did.
just watch them?
No, he opened the rift himself. The crystal balls on the village, that was his doing.
I feel like such an idiot.
Look who's right again! Look who's always correct!
There is one more piece of information that I think that you would find very useful.
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
There must be an equivalent exchange for everything. Shouldn't there be?
I suppose. She kind of looks back at her party members. I've already given so
Yeah.
much.
Hold on. I grab her by the shoulders. You doing alright, B? You look a little lesser. That sounds mean. but
That's
but
really
it's
fucking
true.
rude.
Hard. This
Yeah,
is hard.
yeah.
I've lost a lot of memories that were important to me.
You can't figure out what those memories are. In fact, the more time goes by, the less sure you ever actually had them. But the feeling of void and loss is still there.
I just don't know if I can handle more of this
Do
emptiness.
I get it.
do Filet and Auditor
Filet.
return at any point during this?
Yeah, I'll say that you guys return now.
Oh, hello.
I think you've met.
Oh, look, it's Razzie.
Yeah.
Hello, Razzie. How are you?
He just kind of smiles at you and nods.
Alright, I'll try and talk to the prince. Like, alright, what do you want for that last bit of information for the Hadalax?
Well, if you want more information about Hadalax, I have already agreed to give you as much as you want.
Ah.
What else would you like to know?
Huh.
It's a different
right.
kind of information that I am considering giving to you.
You're a
Could
bastard.
you give us a hint on the subject of this information so we can make a more
what's the
informed
category?
decision?
Wait. I put my hand up.
What?
You mustn't get
Yes.
allured by him. He merely wants you to keep making deals with him until you're nothing but an empty shell. He's a sink pit of a fucking demon, and he knows it. Or a devil, sorry.
Oh, Auditor. You know me so well.
I know enough to know better. Get the information that you are able to on Hadalax, and do not give him a single bit more, or he will continue to take.
What's the evidence in
Alrighty.
his tower that you said that he had?
Oh, yes. Where can we find it?
It should be his research notes.
So
It doesn't say exactly that his rift, that he himself opened the rift, but it is more than enough to incriminate him.
okay.
However, again, I will tell you, I have peered into your fate.
Gross.
You may not be able to get the justice that you seek.
Does this other information have something to do with that?
No, I just thought that you would find it interesting.
Very riveting.
Okay. What?
She looks up. Yeah, what do you want?
Can I talk to you for a moment outside?
Cold outside. She walks outside.
Okay. Do you know what deal you've made?
I've made a deal for power.
Yes.
In return for this, and that flame returns, I'm do his bidding. Whatever he wants it, I guess. And then
Is this
maybe
what you want?
if it helps my mama. Sure.
I'm just afraid that you might not get to be with your family if you stay like this. But and she kind of kneels down, or not kneels. She's probably not that short, but kind of gets on her level and is like, I could take your place if you want to stop doing his bidding, but I just want to know. I know that it's really hard to make decisions like this when you're a child, and I just want to make sure that you have every chance to grow up to be what you want to be and not be bound to this devil for the rest of your life if that's not what you want.
She's kind of like balling her fists, like she's not really sure what to do. I don't.
You don't know?
I don't know. And that flame begins to kind of emerge, and you've kind of gathered that flame comes from her emotion.
Yeah. We can consider the implications of either path if you would like to talk it out. We don't have to just make a decision without talking about it. Would that help?
I don't know.
We could at least try if you're feeling up to it.
I want to protect Mama.
Do you think this is the best way to protect Mama? Do you think...
And she looks at you, and she says, I do. And you see this kind of conviction in her face, in her eyes.
Okay. Well, what if your mother wasn't threatened anymore? We have discovered that Adelax has been using his power unjustly, and we would like to take care of it, but, maybe if he isn't here anymore, your mother wouldn't be in danger, and you could go back to a regular life, but first we would have to take care of that.
She kind of like crosses her arms again, thinking.
And your mother, I don't know if this is something I should tell you, but I think it's important for you to know. Your mother thinks you're gone. She thinks that you are just someone pretending to be...
Yeah, that flame is like coming back. I know that. Don't you fucking think I know that?
Don't fucking curse.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
The snow around your feet has begun to melt.
This is really hard, and I know that. I just want to help. Do you think maybe my friends and I could try to deal with Adelax and then we can decide? Once the threat of danger to your family is lessened, at the very least.
She kind of like scratches the back of her head. And she says, with this power, I can do a lot more than help Mama. I can help anybody.
That is true. Is this what you want? This is a big decision to make.
You see her like look back in the direction of the cabin where her parents are. If you change this, I can go back to Mama, right?
Yeah, you could go back to your mother and father and grow up normally. I don't think you would be able to if you stayed like this.
The tears have kind of like come back to her face. And she says, I don't know. And then that flame erupts and she like takes off into the night sky.
Time for a fun Azure fact. Oh boy! After the splintering, Durland was formed when two larger continents smacked into each other. The southern reaches and the valley lands were volcanic and inhospitable for at least 500 years. The southern reaches cooled off first and were settled by the worst-off human tribes from the Firelands. Like and subscribe. Oh, and follow Emberspire Radio on Twitter.